This video is about how blind people vote, because we have opinions too, and human rights, for the most part. So when I first turned 18, I did not vote, and frankly it was because I didn't care. That was a big mistake, because look where we are now. So here in the United States, we have midterm elections coming up on November 6th, which is Tuesday, probably tomorrow when this video is going live. And that means that you can take your ID and go vote. So while doing research, I couldn't find much information on how people who were blind voted in the past. During the 20th century, blind people would just have to ask for help while at the polls. The downside of this process is a lack of independence and having to rely on someone else who could potentially take advantage of your vote. Since the start of the 21st century, voting machines have been designed to become more and more accessible over the years.
Status bar up, 3:33 p.m. 45% battery power. Sunday. Press home to unlock.
Just like how computers and smartphones can be used by the blind independently, so can voting machines now. The software within the accessible machines actually have a screen reader. What this enables blind people to do is actually have all the votes and the candidates read aloud to them. Just make sure you're wearing headphones because, unless you want your voice to be heard in a sense, but privacy, it's key within this process, right? Nowadays, if I show up to the polls, I just need to ask for an accessible voting machine. A potential downside to this is that the volunteers may not know how to actually operate the accessible machines and get them set up. Blind people, however, do have the right to have a trusted sighted guide accompany them in the polls. If a blind person showed up to the polls independently, they can, however, ask for a volunteer to cast their vote for them. Of course, again, concerns may arise. My personal preference is to vote by mail. When you register to vote, you should be able to have a vote by mail option. This way, I can actually just get my ballot in the mail, I can fill it out, or I can have someone help fill it out with me. I can also use apps such as KNFB Reader or Seeing AI to scan the document and read the entire page for me. If you are eligible to vote, be sure to do so. However, there are still barriers that are set up that make it impossible for some people to vote, and there are ways that you can help. Be sure to check out my friend Rikki Pointer's video on the topic, and check out the card, description, check it out. It's very informative, and I think it will kind of be eye-opening because we want to make sure that we have as many people who can vote on our sides as possible, right? If you need voters' information, links will be in the description, and leave a comment down below what your excuse is for not voting if you are eligible to vote. I hope you can see differently today. I will hear you next time. Bye.
Look, I don't care about Pokemon, but that doesn't mean it won't keep on coming back.
Also, I don't know what Obama's problem with Pokemon is, but Pikachu cares about liberty and freedom.